Hey everybody, how's it going? This is the big B word right here, and it's gnarly. Here's it in a mix. Right, so as you can hear, it's pretty intense. It's a very extreme sounding amplifier, to say the least. And this is an update of a previous version, and the previous version had a very distinct sound, very unique, very aggressive, and it still retains that kind of sound, but there's a lot more bells and whistles going on, so let's get into it. This is the amp page. Nothing too out of the ordinary, but you've got some unique things to Groove Lab, which is the focus knob, bias knob here. You don't see that on many amplifiers. And there's a high gain and low gain version of the amp, and these are voiced quite differently. We've got a stereo switch there, tuner, which can mute your signal. Effects. Now these are pre-effects. You got the gate here, and to be quite honest, I don't really like this gate, the way it sounds, so I'm not going to use it. Got the V drive here, and this has two modes. You got the pyro booster. This is a different kind of boost, a little bit more tame, not as crazy. And then the diver chorus. This thing is just one of the wettest, most out there sounding choruses I've ever heard, and I used it on the demo. I thought it sounded fantastic. Cabinet section. Now this is okay. I wouldn't say it's particularly great. It's not bad either. You've got a selection of two different microphones. You can move them forward and back, side to side, and that's about it. Or of course, you can load in a custom IR, but I'm going to use the built-in cab section here. And then you've got a high quality switch for oversampling. Right now I'm just going to get some tones. The only other effect here I'm using is the effector silencer as a gate. I'll just turn that off. The funny thing is, yeah, it sort of cuts out when you're not playing, which is a strange feature. Let's go back to the amp there. So that is the high gain version, and as you can see, I've got the gain very low. It is boosted, but I mean, man, there's so much gain on tap. I'll just turn the boosts off. Yes, I'm running two boosts in series. So very big, bold sounding amp. More gain than you would ever need. So I'll just go through the boosts. This is the V drive, and it has an X feature there. I like it in the green setting here. This sounds pretty good. And this is the Pyro Booster. This is a bit more of a familiar tone, kind of unique as well. can hear those kind of like vocal mids coming out. Again, this dial, I'm moving it, it doesn't seem to do a whole lot, but these dials do a fair bit. Yeah, boosting low end going into the amp. Yeah, around here seems to sound the best. Then the diver chorus, I think this just sounds great. Yeah, fantastic sounding chorus, and it can just get crazy, you know, crank the rate, crank the voices, the range. Yeah, just wild. I'll just go to the low gain setting. So we've been on the high gain the whole time. This is the low gain. I'm just gonna crank the gain, see what tones we can get out of this. I'm not a huge fan of that, to be honest. It's a little bit too sort of like classic rock sounding. Yeah, it might work for that, but I'm not a huge fan of that. Just want to stay on the crazy crazies. Just go back to a pre-made preset there. Cabinet section, you know, kind of middle of the road. I mean, it sounds decent, you know. This second microphone doesn't seem to be as prominent as this first one. I'm not sure what's going on there, and there doesn't seem to be any kind of slide dial sliding between the different speakers. But I mean, you know, it works. That is the big bastard, why not say it? And if you're looking for something a little bit different, that's like super tweakable, this is a brilliant option. So check it down below in the links, guys. There is a free demo as far as I know, and get chugging. Thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. And subscribe if you want to see more metal related stuff. I'll be back sometime with a video on something else. So until then, ciao.